Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and philanthropist who served as President of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was born on July 18, 1918, in Mzimba, South Africa, and his given name was Rolihlahla Mandela. Mandela was a member of the Xhosa-speaking Thembu tribe, and he was educated at University College of Fort Hare and the University of Witwatersrand. After completing his education, he became involved in anti-colonial and African nationalist politics, and he co-founded the Youth League of the African National Congress, ANC, in 1944. Mandela played a key role in the resistance against the apartheid regime in South Africa, which was a system of institutionalized racial segregation that began in 1948. He was arrested and imprisoned for his political activities in 1962, and he remained in prison for more than 27 years. While in prison, Mandela became a symbol of the struggle against apartheid, and he was widely admired for his resilience and his commitment to non-violent resistance. He was released from prison in 1990, and he played a key role in the negotiations that led to the end of apartheid and the establishment of multi-party democracy in South Africa. In 1994, Mandela was elected President of South Africa, becoming the country's first black head of state. During his presidency, he worked to combat poverty, inequality, and discrimination, and he became known for his reconciliation efforts and his dedication to the promotion of peace and human rights. Mandela retired from politics in 1999. But he continued to be active in various charitable and humanitarian causes until his death on December 5, 2013, at the age of 95. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest political leaders of the 20th century, and he is remembered for his courage, his integrity, and his contributions to the struggle for justice and equality in South Africa. Here are some of his most famous quotes. "No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite." Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It always seems impossible until it's done. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. I am the captain of my soul. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. It is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there is danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership. Finally, while Mandela was in prison, the British government and other Western governments continued to provide economic and political support to the South African government, despite widespread condemnation of the apartheid system and calls for sanctions. Mandela and other anti-apartheid activists viewed this as hypocritical and called on foreign governments to apply pressure on South Africa to end apartheid. After his release from prison in 1990, Mandela continued to call on the international community, including the United Kingdom, to support the efforts of the ANC and the South African people in their struggle against apartheid. He also criticized the British government for its failure to adequately address the issue of reparations for the victims of apartheid. Ultimately, the efforts of Mandela and other anti-apartheid activists, along with pressure from the international community, played a significant role in the end of apartheid in South Africa and the establishment of a multiracial democracy.